SABC News correspondent Neha Poonia joins us live now from New Delhi with the latest update on the situation between India and Pakistan. Neha, a very good afternoon to you. So what is the latest in the conflict today? We're getting word that Amit Shah actually held a meeting with top officials after Pakistan's another attempt to target Jammu airport, which actually prompted countermeasures and a total blackout in surrounding areas of Jammu city.
Well, we've seen another day of tit-for-tat measures being announced, and also both sides trading not just charges but missiles and drones in what is now uncharted territory for the two bitter South Asian rivals. On Friday, we saw the Indian Foreign Ministry hold a press briefing just a short while back, where they said that on Thursday night, when there were blackout measures put in place across 20 Indian cities, when there were reports of Pakistan firing missiles and drones on 3 military installations in North and West India. The government now sharing more details, saying there were 300 to 400 drones that were deployed by Pakistan. Also importantly, New Delhi accusing Pakistan of misusing civilian airspace, saying that civilian aircraft are being used as shield to carry out these attacks. It's also accusing Pakistan of escalating the situation, saying New Delhi is only responding appropriately in the same measure as Pakistan's instigating attacks. Also, describing Pakistan's denial of any involvement in these drone attacks as farcical. We've also heard from the Pakistani Foreign Office. They've said that the international community should hold India accountable for what it's calling unlawful, irresponsible and belligerent conduct, once again maintaining that it's not Pakistan who's the aggressor, but New Delhi is. Back here in New Delhi, we are seeing Prime Minister Narendra Modi now holding a high-level meeting. He's meeting with the three heads of the defense forces. The Home Minister, who is in charge of internal security, has also reviewed border security as well as security at airports. The Defense Minister earlier in the day also met the three defense chiefs, and all of this to say that there is now increasingly seeming a point of no return for these two nuclear armed neighbors, both sides accusing the other of being the aggressor, and both sides refusing to back down as tensions continue to mount here in South Asia.
So basically, Neha, the conflict is escalating. What are you hearing then on the ground in terms of de-escalation talks or measures? As of course, what we're hearing at this stage, the US has categorically stated that this war is nothing to do with them and they therefore cannot intervene. This must also not have been received well, taking into account Trump and Modi's relationship. Are there any other member states that are currently involved in peace brokering process?
India and Pakistan have both been mounting a diplomatic offensive in the aftermath of that terror attack in Kashmir, in which 26 people were killed. India, for example, has spoken to more than 100 countries, and that outreach has now increased significantly since it carried out those military strikes inside Pakistan, targeting what it called were terror camps, saying it's hit infrastructure of terrorists from where terror attacks against India were executed and directed from. For example, today you had the Indian Foreign Affairs Minister speak to the UK Foreign Secretary, saying that there should be a zero tolerance approach on cross-border terrorism. You also had both the Indian and the Pakistani Foreign Minister speak to US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. A bunch of countries speaking out in support of both nations, but increasingly more and more countries are calling for urgent de-escalation, saying that the region cannot afford a wider conflict, and that this won't just remain a conflict between two countries. It has the potential to expand and become something much bigger. India and Pakistan have both in the past maintained that the issue of Kashmir and the issue of cross-border terrorism is a bilateral one, and they've in the past refused mediation. This time around, though, it appears that at least from Pakistan's side there is a desire desire for some sort of mediation by a third party. The Saudi foreign minister was in New Delhi on Thursday. He's in Pakistan on Friday. It appears that Saudi Arabia may be trying to mediate and broker peace between the two sides. Iran's foreign minister was here on Thursday. Before that, he was in Pakistan as well. So several countries in the region who have friendly ties with both New Delhi and Islamabad are trying to mediate, it appears. But we're not really seeing an impact as far as the situation on the ground is concerned, with both sides not only engaging in drone warfare but also continuing to accuse the other of heavy artillery firing along that de facto border in Kashmir.
Very concerning indeed, Neha, because we understand even the IPL has since been suspended for 1 week due to the conflict.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question?
Yes, Neha, I'm saying it's very concerning indeed, because we even understand at this stage the IPL has also since been suspended for 1 week due to the current conflict.
That's right. I mean, the Indian Premier League is a flagship marquee event. It's often compared to the NFL in the US or the English Premier League, and it's high stakes. It sees international players from around the world participate, but now that event has been put on pause for a week. International players reportedly flying home immediately. It's unclear what happens after that 1 week period ends. But given the hostilities, we've seen how it's impacted, civilian life and events like this. On Thursday night, when you had those blackout measures being implemented, you had an IPL match that was suspended in the city of Dharamshala. And similarly, across the border, Pakistan also hosting, a high-level cricketing meet along the lines of the IPL that's also now being moved out of Pakistan, potentially to the UAE, and we're seeing how both countries are clearly assuming this position of preparedness, because there is a worry that this could escalate further, and that's why we're seeing both sides take these measures, experts say, including putting hospitals and other emergency staff on standby as well.
Thank you so much for that, Neha. We understand complete blackouts occurred in multiple Indian regions, including of course, Gujarat as well as Punjab, due to that escalation of tensions there. We're going to leave it there with SABC News correspondent in New Delhi on the Pakistan-India conflict, Neha Poonia.